All right, me. When the world is in turmoil like it seems every day, it could be worse. And it seems like it's falling apart to its very functioning things. I mean, I just saw that the Philippines had gone through, it's going through volcanic eruption. I don't know if anybody's dead from that. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, there's an active volcano. They just get hit by a 7 point whatever magnitude earthquake, and now they're under tsunami warnings. I'm glad I don't live in the ocean on an island. Holy crap. Not to say that, you know, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. All right. And that sucks. But in a situation where your world is ending, the world around you is falling apart. The government is destabilizing, or the government can no longer provide the securities and services that you have granted them to provide and paid them for. I know, weird. I like to go to the solar flare one because that's what I think is odd. I don't believe nuclear warfare is possible within my lifetime or yours. I just don't. I just don't think on Earth, nuclear combat is going to occur. Maybe I should be a little more descriptive. I don't believe that nuclear fallout, complete nuclear Armageddon, will occur in my lifetime on Earth. I do believe there's a high likelihood in my lifetime that we see nuclear warfare in space, because nukes are really good at blowing up, but they're also really good at destroying things outside of the blast radius. Excuse me. But anyways, back to skills, back to the world ending solar flare. The Carrington Event in 1800s, 1880s, 18 whatever. It's the largest recorded solar flare in history, because it's recorded. It is human history. It's not like goldfish are recording history. Anyways, the largest solar storm. It completely melted electrical wires. It completely our communications back then with tap tap tap, and that word blanks my mind. I just cannot remember it to save my life. Telegraphs completely melted, destroyed, whatever. The operators were shocked, like not oh my god, but like shocked. They were zapped from these. Now, if that happened today, game over. Globally, a complete meltdown of every single world's infrastructure. The millions dead in the first 24 hours. Planes would drop out of the skies. Your Tesla would completely I don't think they would melt to the ground. You would be stranded wherever you are immediately with a plane overhead coming down on you. You're done. Cities would see complete meltdown in the first 8 hours. Complete meltdown. When I say meltdown, I mean you've got civil unrest. Oh, well, this study says that when this happened, there was no civil unrest. I get that. You will have these micro centers of no civil unrest in major metropolitan areas, major cities, big cities. Let's not even go all the way to metropolitan. Let's go just to larger urban center. You will have these tight-knit communities within those. I believe that. But for the majority of the people in these cities, they will be at civil unrest. And you're gonna have good people doing bad things, because they're not good people anymore. Or were they good people before that? Anyways, your neighbor, your friend, they might do things that are just morally wrong. I believe in not putting yourself in that situation. Of course, the sun put you in that situation, but you know what I mean. Don't put yourself in a situation where there's a bunch of immoral people around you. They make you do immoral things because you have to survive. That makes sense. You know what I mean. You've got complete disarray from one solar flare. And the solar flare, the best part is I think that it does, it's not like it's like, and then like solar flares, you know, destroys everything and it's gone. No, it's like this lasting effect. It's three-dimensional. The solar flare is three-dimensional, so it takes time for all of it to pass the Earth. Just completely destroying ozone. I think it could. I can't remember. Edit that part out. Don't know if it'll destroy ozone. I'm pretty sure smartwatches, smartphones, anything plugged in and on would be destroyed. That's why I need to get surge protector. You think GPU prices are bad now? You think memory prices are bad now? Just think that if your GPU survived and there was any amount of communication that was out, like let's say there was some amount that you can be like they would be like, we need GPUs. We need to get our compute back up. We need to get our computers back online. Your GPU instantly becomes worth magnitudes more than what it is now. Your working technology would become so valuable. I'm not saying invest in technology at all. Please don't do that. To stabilize the government as quickly as possible, they will need technology. They will need to get satellites back into the sky. They will need to restructure things and everything as quickly as possible. For you though, we get down to the skills. What skills do you have? I built this, or I'm building this. This is a chicken coop. Why is it kind of in the middle of my driveway and in front of my garage door? Kind of the only flat piece of land I have is in my driveway and in front of a garage door, and even then, it's not flat. But anyways, what skills do you have? Can you build one of these? Now you're asking me probably, well, 2x4s won't be around. I need to nail that together for very long. You're right, they won't be. Lucky for you, my comeback is I can do log work. I haven't done much of it, but I know the gist of it. I went off camera. This here is a chicken coop. I gained over the years on how to build stuff working for a company in the trades. Now, I didn't work for the Marxist unions. I worked for non-unions where I didn't get paid very much because I believe in doing the right thing and being poor. I don't believe in scamming the taxpayer out of all their money. So, why this? And you're wondering why there's a piece of T111 smart siding on there and no house wrap or OSB. No, it's to save money. And I forgot to put the house wrap on. Put house wrap on. It's important, especially if you're gonna insulate. But anyway, move on. Skills do you have? Are you a botanist? Are you an electrical engineer? All very important things, in my opinion. I could be wrong. We should probably look that up. The government probably has a list of most important skills for a world-ending solar flare. I bet you one of those on there is botanist. Farmer, trades, obviously. Your engineers, we're gonna stop at the top. And in my opinion, engineers are super important, even though we all hate them. But we know you're important still. Because some of you, the minority, are needed because you're smart. Your trades, I already said trades. We're starting at the top of trades. Your CEOs, your managers, your union guys, gone. Dunskies, not important. Some CEOs, yes, there are very smart CEOs out there that are electrical engineers. We have to rebuild, and the best part about it is that when we rebuild, we will be rebuilding on technology that doesn't have microchips in it first. I know that's crazy to think, but we will start there. Now, in order to do that, you need basically an industrial revolution. You and me, we will probably be in mines. We'll probably be cutting trees down. We'll be making whole new towns basically in the middle of the woods to cut trees down for fun. This is my garden. It's not much. The last row of stuff closest to us has nothing in it, I think. So don't say anything about that in the comments. Like, you have a whole entire row without anything in it. I get that. I don't think anything's in it. The world ends tomorrow. Can you grow a potato? Believe it or not, they're super easy to grow. I'm almost positive you can grow them directly in sand. You may not get big potatoes. You need actual organics to give it nutrient. Luckily for you, you poop and pee every day. I'm going to start composting. The world goes down. The grid goes down. No electricity, no running water. Don't worry. Believe it or not, you can get water out of the air. There's ways to do it. I will not tell you how to do that here because I'm not a genius. I will just go down to the lake and get water because I live where there's water. I don't live on a lake, but I live in an area where there are tons of lakes, tons of water sources. Unfortunately, I live on a hill and I cannot put in a hand crank, hand pump well, also known as a point-driven well, but a couple of solar panels. And because my well, my electric well, my jet pump is not on 220, it's on 110 or whatever, 120, 240, whatever. It's on the lower one. You only really need a battery and a solar panel and you can pump water out of the ground with that thing. I didn't plan it that way. Just happened to buy a house like that. Maybe the previous homeowner thought the same thing, like it is way easier to hook up your water pump to either a small gas generator if it's 120 and not 240, or whichever way, 110. No. Get some skills out there, learn some electricity. Can I fix an outlet? Sure. Can I wire a whole entire house? Yeah, it'll burn down. But that's not the point. Learn how to farm. Learn how to grow stuff. Learn how to do animal husbandry. We got chickens, the chicken coop I showed you. Learn how to build things. I didn't go to school. Well, I didn't get a degree. Did some business class. What a waste of time. I believe that 99% of the stuff out there, okay, my bad. I'll give you some of you college educated people a break here. 90% of college degree are useless. And that's not to say that you're not useless. You just got a useless degree. That's okay. Because maybe you're not dumb like me. and you got some brains on you. Work with your hands. Learn to how to use the tools that Mother Nature gave you, or your God, whatever you believe in. Get your hands dirty. Get that grease, that dirt under your fingernails that don't clean up very well. Get some scales, get some scabs on your hands. Work a little bit. Because when it comes down to it, you don't know if you will be the generation, the people of this era, see massive, catastrophic, global catastrophe. I think I said that correctly. There's a lot of good people out there, and you're probably one of them. Well, maybe not. But anyway, let's move on from this. And can you feed yourself? Back to farming. These are my trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Supposed to be 9 of them, but 2 of the bare roots died. That's on me. Poor trees. They might have been dead when I got them too. But anyways, this is my start of an orchard. Now I thought back around 2 years ago, I should go back. I've always wanted an orchard since I was a kid. I've always been drawn to having an orchard full of apple trees. This one's got apple and cherry, and one just random hardy peach tree in it. If it lives, I'm gonna plant more. Probably 2 more. Like peaches, but don't know if I really wanna. They're time sensitive to harvesting. Anyways, moving on. I cleared all this land for this beautiful looking orchard. Ignore the dying tree. I think it's just shocked from being planted. But I cleared all this land with a 3.5 ton mini excavator. There were trees. I will show you one. That is the leftovers of one. This stump will probably sit here for many a years until I can afford to get a rental, larger excavator, and pull this massive stump from the ground. Look at this thing. Oh, that's not the biggest tree I've ever seen. Yeah, I know. But anyways, my point being is I tipped that tree over, the whole entire root ball, with a 3.5 ton mini excavator. That mini excavator is right up there. It is tiny. It's 3.5 metric tons. So is it metric? I don't know. Either way, 8,600, 8,800 pounds or something like that for that Bobcat. All I'm saying is I had no expertise, no real expertise on working heavy equipment, even compact heavy equipment. But I learned valuable lesson for all the mistakes, all the repairs, all the random jobs I took that I didn't know if I could do anyways, but I did them anyways. Led me to have this exponential, a lot of knowledge in how to do things myself. I fixed hoses on this thing. I fixed the panels coming off of this. Anyways, I learned how to fix things and maintain things. And I'm not a mechanic. Mechanics, another skill set. You will be super useful if things go wrong. Especially mechanics that can work on old stuff. Because when computers go down, satellites crash out of the sky, burn up in the atmosphere, your cell phone no longer works. Even if it did, the cell towers are completely burned up. You've got massive civil unrest. Globally, what can you do? You can't fix the government. You can't maintain the city. The only thing you can do, is ensure you're fed, you're semi-housed. Because you can live in the elements as a human, you know that, right? Like you can't live in the rain, but you can be in the rain. You could be in the environment around you. You just need a small shelter, a roof over your head, as they call it. Know how to make fire, know how to compost things, know the little things. And when civilization starts to regrow, which will, by the way, if a solar flare that size, the Carrington Event happens, Carrington Event ever happens, minimum decade to get back on track. Minimum decade. You will most likely see the U.S. rail system come back. I don't know why I brought that up, but I want rails. I do. I really want rails. Super efficient to transport things. Either way, back on top. It's almost like we've been programmed to fear knowledge. We're gonna make a video on that one, or try different things. Nah. I am one of them. Not a doubt in me. I've been scared to do things, and I just didn't do them, and eventually I do. And I fail terribly. There hasn't been anything that I haven't really failed in my life. But it's a learning experience. That's what matters. Get the learning experience and everything. But go out there, read your books, go work for somebody, get these skills, acquire them. If you don't have time to work for somebody, change careers or anything like that, which you shouldn't have to. We've built a system that's moronic. But if you're working at McDonald's, there ain't no reason why you couldn't go work for a construction company. Like, there just ain't no reason. Like, maybe McDonald's pays more, to be honest. Maybe I should go work there. But anyway, that's what I'm getting at. If you're mowing lawns, it's cool. But if you're just mowing lawns and you're not fixing the lawnmowers when they break down, have somebody else do that, or you work for a company that has somebody else do it, just go mow lawns for somebody else then, if that's what you really like doing. One that makes you do the maintenance, do the greasing, do the blade sharpening, do the oil changes. Work for somebody like that. If you work for a construction company that all you are is a nail puller and a hammer swinger, but you never once have to help the plumbers, or you never once have to install any windows, siding, doors, trim, anything like that, all you do is put 2x6 on 2x6, there's a construction company out there that will make you do everything. If you're a mechanic that all you ever do is do oil changes, you're not really a mechanic. That's not coming from a mechanic. But mechanics down below say that they're not mechanics if all they do is oil changes. You got to get deep in there. Go work for a mechanic that wants to teach you something. Oh, but I can't afford to work for less. I get that. Rent's $1,800 a month, you know, I get that. Food prices are outrageous. I guess this is mainly for some of the younger people too. People that are entering the workforce at 14, 15, 16. I learned how to cook at a young age, and I learned how to dig holes at a young age too for a resort. But anyways, if you guys like this stuff, I'm gonna end the video. The usual YouTube stuff. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.